and calling the February 26th meeting of the Ayer Board of Health to order. First thing on our agenda is a discussion of whether the changes made to the plans for 41 East Main Street warrant another public hearing under the Aquifer Protection District regulation. Just to refresh everyone's memory, we issued a permit May-ish?
May, June, yeah.
Yeah, so sometime right around the middle of last year for the previous version of this plan. And you have now submitted a revised plan that was made in conjunction with discussions that you had with the building inspector, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So we are in receipt of your letter. Thank you very much for doing the very detailed description of changes. That was extremely helpful. And we also have the document that shows, it's the 3-page kind of drawing site plan. Now the one that I have is, it looks like it was stamped by your engineer on the 25th of January. So would that be the one that we're referencing here?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure I'm up to date with everything. And the we haven't discussed this at all, but I wouldn't imagine there's any change. The operation and maintenance plan
Stays the same.
that stays exactly the same, right?
Correct.
So there's going to be no change to that. Okay. So my primary thing here was referring this to the right technical support people that we have to do an evaluation of drainage and infiltration and so forth. So I sent all of the information to Mark Wetzel over at DPW.
Okay.
And just got that, asked him, also spoke to him on the phone, told him what was going on and what the request was, asked him if he would take a look and just please give us his read on whether there's anything really significant enough here that rises to needing a new public hearing. And I have an email that I'll give you, Jane, to put in the file from Mike Wetzel saying, I looked over the proposed changes and do not see any significant impacts to the drainage, utilities, and infiltration system.
I have that.
Excellent. Yeah. So I think based on that, you're fine. Not going to need another public hearing. We will have to issue a new special permit because the last one was very specific to, the plan and has the dates and all this and that. But it will essentially contain the same information. It will just be an updated one. So one thing I'm not sure about is the process now for you to submit that revised plan. Have you talked to planning board? Like, Jane, do they need a new buck sheet or anything? Do you know?
I don't know.
We went to the planning board a few weeks ago.
Oh, I meant to ask Heather. She was out last Thursday.
Yeah, okay.
We had a public hearing, or had a meeting with the planning board at one of their
Okay.
scheduled hearings, introduced these same changes, and they voted that they were negligible,
Okay.
minor in there. So they're, my understanding, you can check their minutes and approvals, but they had, I believe, voted that the changes were minor that night.
Okay. No, I'm more wondering about a procedural thing. Like, is there anything that you have to
I don't think
submit
so.
to make this the official on
It
record?
was my understanding that they were waiting for a notification from you that
Okay.
this has been approved and that a revised special permit would be issued.
Okay.
So their approval was you would call with condition upon what you guys said.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Okay, gotcha. And they have all the same, I'm assuming,
plans,
letter,
same
plans. Okay. Are the plans going to change again? Do you see any reason why? And the reason I'm wondering is just if you know of anything that's going to change and then have a new rev or a new date
Right.
on the engineer stamp.
We don't think so.
Okay.
I think what we do understand from the special permit standpoint, you may want to weigh in on this, is that if we decided to take one building and drop it back 2 feet and bring another one forward, but leave the square footage of impermeable space, i.e. the roof or driveway,
Yeah.
it would all stay the same. So we're just talking
Okay.
about minor little tweaks about making it look better aesthetically than just this run of 4 units
Yeah,
across one face.
yeah, I got you. Actually, I think that would be great. I think that would
it
improve
would
the
too.
aesthetics.
And it would also increase an offset from the property line further back, so.
And
Yeah,
we're well within those
Yeah, I
as well.
gotcha.
So we've got a little, from a code standpoint, which is a
yeah,
building code
yeah, I
standpoint,
got you.
we have some flexibility.
I guess what I'm thinking of is as you know, that special permit it's something that gets filed with the deed, so I would imagine it has to be referencing the plan that's the as-built plan.
Yes.
But that should be.
You said the as-built.
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct. And
Yeah.
when that comes,
Yeah.
that's what's going to happen. It's
Okay.
part of the getting the deeds right and all of the coordination with the town and its approvals.
Okay, so I will send planning board then a notice. By the way, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take over the show here.
I was just going to say, take a breath.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's like finally we got something that's
But there's
clear
a
cut
waiting
and
list.
straightforward,
Right
and
behind us.
it's been a long time since we've had something this straightforward.
Yeah.
So I'm all excited. Do any of the board members have any comments?
I don't. Did you have any residents there at that meeting that
Yes.
commented when you were at the planning
We
board?
did before, prior.
Yeah, but
I
not
think when I
this-
saw Pam last, but
Yeah.
that was it.
Because I think that we did every single thing that we could with regards to this plan.
Yeah, we really did, and our jurisdiction is strictly limited to aquifer.
Which,
keep that in mind.
A lot of people didn't realize when they were here, when
Right.
we had the first
Right.
of those forever
Right.
public hearings, because they were talking about traffic, they were talking about this and that, and we said,
Right.
that isn't our jurisdiction. You take that to the planning board.
Absolutely.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that was discussed
Yeah.
at a planning board meeting.
Yeah.
So I personally don't see any reason to not just say yes. to
No,
this.
I don't either. Doesn't mean I love the aesthetics. Doesn't mean I love the traffic. But as far as our jurisdiction is concerned, absolutely, it's don't need another public hearing, and I can either prepare the special permit. Well, I'll send the email to planning board. Let them know what's going on. So now it's just a question in my mind of, do we do the special permit according to this plan, or do we wait and do the as-built one? But you're going to have the special permit if nothing else changes as far
Yeah,
as
and if
drainage
it
is
had to
concerned.
wait until the as-bills, at least that communication to them allows us to then go on to the next step, which is
Right.
to
Yeah.
get our building plans together,
Yep.
go see Charlie, and then go through that route.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. So you're all set. I should have saved you the trouble to set up your easel, because we got a really clear-cut answer from DPW, and that's exactly what I was hoping for. So
All right.
you're okay.
I see no problem. So if you want me to make a motion that
Absolutely.
that we accept this as it is, I will do that.
Accept it without
We do
requiring.
not
Let's
need-
specify we don't need a
do
new.
not need a new public hearing. Been there, done
Okay.
that.
Perfect.
And I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All
Okay,
right.
motion passes. 3-0. And I'll send that email out tomorrow
That'd be great, I was gonna ask you.
to the planning board,
Thank you
so,
very much.
thank you.
On to Lunenburg. It's like the meeting Olympics here.
If you do as well as the curling team, I guess
We
you're
just in the right
in good
direction.
shape.
All right. Have a good evening.
All right.
You too, see ya. Okay, so, geez, I didn't ask for input from our public. And they're very quiet right now, so I'm assuming there is none.
There's nothing heavy.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're very welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Good luck with the project.
This happened with Joan.
Yeah,
Maybe
but,
traffic.
yeah, it
So
could be
I
traffic,
haven't talked to
so.
her or anything. We had, set everything up
right.
a week or so ago when I talked to her then. But I'm sitting here wondering if I should have sent her an agenda, but she knew. I said, I was gonna put her on
Yeah.
the top. of
Well,
it.
we can, I mean, I run into traffic all the time this time of day, so,
It's usually when she comes, she's kind of here early, so
yeah.
I don't want to get in the middle of something else. And then
No, but
have
I'm
to go
thinking what
back.
we could do are minutes, because they
Yeah,
don't
we
take
could
a
do
terribly
something
long
else,
time.
yeah.
And that would even, give her a moment to set up too.
Pause. Yep.
So, let's get this stuff back in this packet. And you received minutes, is that correct? It looks like one of these was corrected, so you had discussed,
All right, but it's the same. Everybody get the minutes?
yeah,
Okay, on January 22nd,
yeah,
and that should be January 22nd of 2018. I don't want to
you're right,
relive
yeah.
2017. It was not the greatest of years. I just put that, and then
You're right about
if you
that.
go down to, under the RAB meeting,
Mm-hmm,
go, it's same, right where it says, hot topic at the meetings of the Water and Sewer Rate Commission, it's committee. We're not a commission.
okay.
Where's that?
That is in the RAB meeting, and when you go
Okay.
down to the second, I
Yeah, it's
remember I
like the
said it at
third.
the last meeting.
Yep.
That was one of, so.
Sewer rate committee.
So we can, I would propose, if it's just those two
That
things,
was
that we
the-
just mark up the changes.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
and again, okay, so anyway, with those two corrections, I'd make a motion to approve the minutes of January 28, 2018.
My second.
Right, all in favor?
Aye.
Good, okay.
Now,
Now, should I make that change in blue or black, or?
Doesn't matter.
I know blue doesn't come out well on my, what did you, no, that's green, we don't want that. Let's stick with blue. Okay, and you're saying it was, is the date right? Is it 22nd or not?
oh yeah, but it's 2018.
Okay, it's just, okay, right,
That's
got
what I
it.
said,
18.
even though it makes us a year older.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, don't rush it.
So,
And
stop time,
today is the, because I want to date it correctly,
so
today is the 26th, is that right?
Yes.
Thank you.
and when we take the minutes of February 12th, that's also 2018.
All right.
Not 17.
So water,
With the program commission, it should be.
at the meetings of the Water and Sewer
Rate
Rate
Committee.
Committee. Well, actually, I might be able to just get rid of that word, because you already have the comma and committees. So it's at the meetings of the Water and Sewer Rate, comma, and Capital Planning Committees.
Yeah, you could do that.
Well, I just put committee and just on my end, so it's semantics.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense with that S on there. Capital planning committees.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah.
Right.
So you could do that.
It doesn't matter.
Yep.
All right,
Like I said,
let's
it's
just take it out
semantics.
then.
All right.
2/26/18. All right, I have made those two changes and dated them. Did we just vote on these? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
You didn't vote on the
February 1.
February.
No, we haven't got this. She's
No,
correcting
no,
that.
I'm just correcting this
Yeah.
one. and getting it centered.
So then when we go to, again, February, that should be February 12th, 2018.
Yep. All right. 18. got it. All right. And this one is looking good to me.
So you just made it, like I said, up
Yeah,
at the top.
I just
and
changed
then
that, yeah,
just,
to an 18.
Approve the minutes of February 12th, 2018.
Minutes. Yes, minutes of February 12th, 2018.
So I made the motion.
Oh, I'm sorry, a second.
Anytime, anytime.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, we are signing the amended. Minutes, there you go.
I'll do that in just a second.
All right, so we did minutes. Well, I can
This is not like Joan.
do a
To
couple
not
of
be here.
these. All right, I'm gonna sign this for Sullivan.
So we didn't follow up with her or anything, or?
I had quite a long conversation with her about a week and a half ago. I told her I'd put her on the agenda, and she said, great, she'd be here. And we went over the times, and I didn't call her to tell her that she had it on her calendar.
Okay, well, I don't think you need to,
Well,
in my opinion, babysit, so.
no, but she's usually, like I said,
I can call her too.
very, very prompt. I forget where she comes from, so.
Yeah, you don't know with traffic.
Let's start in on Neshoba and see where we end up. So,
Thank you.
we have a notification. Okay. Rabies immunization. Neshoba Associated Boards of Health, in cooperation with local veterinarians, will provide rabies immunizations for dogs and cats. Something good to remember, that cats need to be vaccinated for rabies, and I think maybe ferrets, but I'm not positive. But definitely cats. So this is $15. And there are dates here for each town. Ayer is going to be at the Ayer Animal Hospital on Saturday, 3/17, St. Patrick's Day, from 2 to 3 p.m. And your cat must be in a cage or a closed box.
They did that another year.
This is a really good deal.
Yes, I
$15.
remember them
Yeah.
doing it up
Dr.
there.
Coates used to do it at the
Oh,
fire
Dr.
station.
Coates. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
What
So-
was the times again? I'm sorry.
It is for Ayer. It is at the Ayer Animal Hospital
Yep.
on West Main, and it is from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock on
Okay.
Saturday, the 17th.
Okay.
March 17th.
And we can post this
So-
too. It would be a good thing to know. And it is $15 per.
Yeah, I'll see if I
per
can
animal.
post it down here, make a copy. so
Oh, that
I
would be
can
great. Yeah.
Post it both places.
Okay.
Put it outside, couldn't we, on the,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'll ask
You
her
certainly
first.
could. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep, but it's a great deal because otherwise you end up paying for an appointment on top of it. That's where I always end up. So, we have a couple of inspections that look pretty good. We have Verona. And these were follow-ups because they had a couple of inspections earlier that had some issues. So, the hot water handle on the hand sink was broken, so she had asked them to repair that within 48 hours, and she was going to recheck to make sure. This was done by Kayleen. Kayleen was also back to Tiny's, and this is much better. She just had a thing here in the food prep cooler not to store the lettuce next to the raw hamburger, keep them separate, and that in the walk-in cooler, the raw chicken was stored on the floor with no lid. But, however, she has put them on a 4 to 6 month follow-up and has some very positive comments here. Food labeled, great. Thermostats in coolers, gloves, great. Hats on food prep staff, sealing and peeling paint repaired, good.
So this was Tiny's, what was the other one that you?
The first one was Verona.
Verona's, I thought it was.
And these were both follow-ups
Yeah.
it was a couple of weeks ago. There had been some issues at both. And we also have something here. This was Bridget Family Dollar.
Yeah.
And there's absolutely nothing
Yeah.
on this. So they're on a 1 year now. Also, Barnum Road Liquors is on a 1 year. No,
Yeah, those are just
Yeah.
the routine.
no findings. And we have Wendy's license for the manufacturing of frozen desserts and or ice cream mix license. Let's see, let's kind of batch these maybe. Oh, good. Maybe these are all. Jeez, what's with all the?
I know.
Holy cow! Well, I guess we'll just start grinding our way through these. So,
Are these just the regular yearly?
this is a site plan. This is all stuff from planning board.
Okay, well, are we finished with?
Yep,
what
we're finished.
Bridget gave as far as?
Yep, with her
Okay.
food things. Yeah, this is in the Neshoba packet, but they're all planning board things. So we have a site plan, and there is a public meeting scheduled already for March 1st. This is for I believe, cell tower. Yes, it's up near the water tank site on Highland Ave, Page
This is a,
Hilltop.
didn't they have a zoning on this, I think?
Yeah, there is actually in here, there's a zoning bylaw for a Hilltop site.
But what I'm saying, I think zoning did this last week, didn't they?
I do not know.
I think it was out there, I think they had 3 different things, and this was something that they discussed years ago. I think doesn't this have to do with the radio frequency, et cetera, fund? And that's why,
Well,
I
let's
think so.
see. It's
I
certainly.
think this all goes back, I mean, from,
I love these plans because they have all this stuff with them, but they don't say, "What are you doing? What is?"
well, like I said, I think it's,
I believe it is a new tower. It's a new 120-foot tower. It's going to be installed outside of the fence and approximately centered on the tank.
yeah.
Is what I'm
But what
gathering
I'm
from
saying
this.
is, I think this is something that was brought up originally years ago. There was a lot of discussion on it.
Could be because this sure doesn't say.
Well, because if you remember, this year, didn't we pass part of the budgetary thing, some new radios and
Yes. Yes.
for the
Yep.
police and
Yeah.
all that.
Yep.
And I think that is all with regards to putting it up on that,
Water tower.
what, yes.
Couldn't tell you.
In
Brid,
conjunction with all that other radio
yeah.
stuff they talk
Yep.
Bridget has this noted as an NA, I think, because it really doesn't
about. Yeah.
Right.
have anything to do with us, but, oh my God, now what is this one? Here's another one, site plan for the Woodland Way Hemlock Drive Tower near the water tank. Oh, this is a whole bunch of the same.
All cell towers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another Highland Ave Page Hilltop water tank that Bridget noted NA. So we got three, looks
So are
like,
those all
cell
new
towers.
Cell towers. They're not upgrading the ones like the one on Willows Road or whatever.
I think,
well, because the darned application has no space that says,
Okay.
what are you doing here?
That one going on the water tower of the Page Hilltop is new. But I mean, the one over on
yeah,
Hemlock.
but we had
Let's see if
something
we
up
can,
there before. But these three things all went to zoning on the 21st. I remember reading it out there and saying, do I want to go down? And I said, no.
No.
That's not gonna.
Location and description of property, yeah, he's got that.
Pingree. Pingree is.
Pingree
that's
site
Willows.
photos.
That's down. Is that
Yeah,
down
I know.
Willows?
I'm not
Yeah.
quite sure what that has to do with all this. I don't know. I'm not an idiot, but I can't tell from looking at this exactly what they wanted to know.
Is it just all FYI?
Let's see.
It's not
Title
applicable?
is, title on this one is Police Station Tower.
Okay, so we know that.
That might be a hint. So that's the one up near the water tank. And then there's another one up there that doesn't say police station. It just says Highland Ave Page Hilltop Water Tank Tower. And then there's Woodland Way Hemlock Drive Tower near water tank.
One of them, they need to go back again. I guess they had a lot of people at the zoning firm. I spoke to somebody that was there and said they didn't, they didn't approve it that night because they had a lot of questions from residents, so.
Yeah. Well, I think at least as far as Board of Health issue,
There
it's
was
not,
they're not ours.
not a Board of Health thing. So, we have another one. Bridget has signed off this one, has approved it. This is, it's got a little better description. Applicant is seeking a special permit pursuant to zoning bylaw, blah, 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 Wireless Communication Services District to erect a 70-foot utility pole to support antennas for the town of Ayer. These may be related. Woodland Way and Hemlock Drive. So I guess one of these is for the pole and the other is maybe for the actual equipment. At any rate, it's approved by Bridget. Yeah, 70-foot utility pole to support antennas for public safety, police, fire, DPW. Will not be used for commercial cellular operations. Okay. So that one is all signed off. Let's see if we have anything here. Then we have another variance for a 70-foot pole. Is this the same 70-foot pole? What is
Those
going
are,
on
you know
here?
what? Those are not anything to do with us. What I want to know.
Bridget has already approved that.
If in that packet when you're plowing through,
And here's a third one for a pole.
those are.
Okay. So I think we can, for purposes of minutes, just say we have three
3 cell towers.
poles.
That have nothing to do with us.
Right. And to go along with that, we have 3 whatever goes on the pole.
I don't even think we need to be
So,
bothering with it. What I want to know in there, because we had discussed it a while back, and I had asked her for the meeting that you were ill, what about the new restaurant, the sushi restaurant here
Yeah,
on
nothing
Main
about-
Street? And she had been after them, they had not submitted their plan. So you don't have anything. Well, you know, that's fine, because then if people ask,
Yeah.
what's happened, because, you know, at the selectmen's meeting, oh, they're gonna be opening soon, well,
Right.
so they still haven't
I don't see
submitted
anything
their,
in here,
well,
no.
if it isn't there, then they haven't done it, so
No.
despite them being out there and repainting and tying
Nope.
up traffic and whatever, they have not
Right.
submitted their
Yeah.
plan to her, so, okay, that's
I
fine.
don't see anything in there. All right. This one is interesting because this is Calco LLC. And this is for special permit pursuant to zoning bylaw floodplain district for alterations within floodplain district for proposed commercial development. Consisting of 5 buildings. This is the same thing we saw before, storage
Oh, this
units,
is one-
office space.
117 West Main.
Yes, and Bridget had, 217 West Main.
217.
Bridget has this as deferred as ZBA, but I thought I heard, and I can't remember from whom, that this actually is aquifer, or?
No, we had a letter before, what, didn't we have a prior meeting that, I don't know if I brought it with me.
Well, I know we had a meeting where we
We
said,
talked about this one time.
We-
right, so this is all floodplain.
Yeah, let me see if I've got it in this. Please.
Madam Chairman,
Yes,
and may I address the board through?
of course, yes,
Yes.
yes.
It's my understanding that although that lot is adjacent or in an aquifer district, that
Oh,
there is
I remember.
because it's a big lot.
there's plenty of, right, it
So-
doesn't rise to the
Right.
level of, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what that issue is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I knew I remembered something.
And we had a letter
About
from
that.
there, I know we did, but I must not have it
Okay.
in this.
So as far as the special permit from the zoning bylaw for floodplain district, I would agree with Bridget. She just has here defer to ZBA. Seems to me it really is a ZBA issue. Now, now we have 100 Pack Street. This is for seeking a variance from zoning bylaw, table of use regulations to allow for exterior storage of vehicles and equipment.
Nothing to do with us.
100 Pack Street. Goldstone Properties. It says just looking to store and pack vehicles and equipment outside on the property. Let's see if I can figure out where this
Jackie's
is.
old place, is it?
No, no, because that's all in where they're going to be doing the garage thing.
Street. $100 Pack Street.
Oh, it's the mechanic.
Yeah.
Mechanic.
Oh, okay. I got it. So, Bridget has also noted on this one approved, no issues as long as property is on town water and sewer, which I imagine it would be, being where it is.
What is the address there again?
That is 100 Pack Street. And that, I believe, is everything we have from Shelby. So, let's go through the mail then. Rolling right along here. All right, former Shell branded gasoline station, 215 West Main Street. Phase 5 remedy operation status and remedial monitoring report was submitted to Mass DEP. Groundwater sampling, so they've recommended these remedial actions. So that's the old gas station, West Main Street.
215, did you say?
215, yeah, West Main. Oh, my. The things we didn't know.
Right.
Back when we let all this stuff spill on the...
Yeah.
All right, and we have a letter from DEP to Ayer East Solar LLC, which is located in Boston, and Mark Wetzel. This is for the landfill, development of solar array project, major post-closure use permit. So the Mass DEP has completed its review. Hereby issues the enclosed permit for solar energy development on the closed landfill. Remember how much fun it used to be to go to the dump?
Sundays. like that.
Crazy place. Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh. All right. In other exciting news, we have a letter from MetLife informing us that there was a property loss at 53 Grove Street.
Is that common?
Yeah, we get these all the time.
Oh, we get those.
Yeah, and we just
Yeah.
put them in the property file.
Yeah, a lot of times I just.
Yeah,
It's nothing.
a lot of things that make me shake my head and go, okay. All right, the Mass DEP has been busy. So, we now have, they have received Ayer's application, pumping test report, for a proposed replacement well at Spec Pond Well 2. This approval does not constitute approval to activate the well. A separate letter will be issued granting approval to activate the well following your professional engineer's certification and Mass DEP's final construction inspection. So, this is approving the development of the well, but they can't start using it yet.
This is all part of capital.
Yep.
We've been doing this
You
for
got
years.
it. All right, we have another, just copy of a letter going to planning board and building commissioner. Oh, I'm sorry, going from the planning board to the building commissioner, saying that the site plan approval process is complete for 217 West Main, so now we're back to Calco LLC. And saying that they have looked at it and voted to approve it. Okay, well report, 25 Brook Street in Ayer. New well. Monitoring well. Okay, got it. So this is, looking to see, do they have exactly what the location of this is? If it's say, nah, just 25 Brook Street. So monitoring well installed at 25 Brook Street. David E. Ross. This is all the information for 41.
I don't even want to talk about it anymore. we had done that.
Ah, what are you
It couldn't be
saying?
anything else.
That is over and done with. Yeah, you are.
We've devoted enough time
Yeah.
to that.
You are absolutely correct. That is, all right, so that's everything that's in there. And Jane, there was just one last thing, and that was the letter to Ruth, Max and Schultz.
Oh, I thought I gave it in your
That was-
packet. I have it
The
here.
what?
You got it last week, right?
It was in the packet, right?
What are we talking about now?
A letter, just a letter that I have going
Let's see
out.
if I have it.
I did print it, so I can sign this one and give it to you,
Oh,
if necessary.
good. I thought I.
Yeah, this should,
printed it
so
out.
this is in your meeting packet. This is just a letter going to Ruth Max and Schultz.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, saying that we're getting, doing planning to do our permits, and just asking her to supply us with
How much does she
information.
have in acreage up there?
I think it's, go ahead, no, it's not quite, it's like,
Two something.
two,
It's
yeah,
almost
2
three.
point something, it's close to 3. It's 2 point something.
That's an awful lot of animals for that amount, isn't it?
It seems like a lot of animals that Carlene noted there, but, the first question really is to get over this question of, is this or is this not agricultural use? Because if it is, then the way our regulations are written right now, we don't have any, we don't have any permitting authority over that property. But if it is not agricultural use, then we need to bring that property into the fold and get it permitted and so on and so forth.
I would like to know why she brought something forward. Time flies faster when you're old. About wanting us to make some changes, and town council had said, no, you're not to do anything to that special agreement we had had.
Oh,
with
that
her
was,
before.
she was requesting that we change the requirement on the electric fence. And town council had recommended, no, that we don't.
We
make
don't do anything.
That we don't make any changes to that. So nothing was, in accordance with town council's recommendation, nothing was done with that.
Because he was the one that was up there when we had the original case with her.
Yes.
Whom I like.
Yeah, so this doesn't have anything to do with the fence or anything like that. It's
Well,
really just, you have
yeah, but then,
animals,
you know-
are you permitted?
Okay, but if I was going to do this and somebody said, well, if you're really agricultural, none of our rules and regs matter, I'd say, oh yeah, I'm agricultural.
There are very specific requirements and they're in our regulation.
For the keeping of animals.
Yes, that say, these are the means by which you can establish that you are engaged. So this farm, now actually this is probably a good conversation to have. The term farm appears nowhere. The state doesn't use it, we don't use it in our regulation. The term is agriculture, and that's used in the state regulation. State regulation defines farming or agriculture, and then they talk about it being keeping of animals and growing things and so forth. And then in our regulation, we say that you can have an exemption from our regulation if you are engaged in agriculture. And that's the farm registration certificate from the registry of motor vehicles, a tax certificate for classified forest land, a farm viability plan created in conjunction with the Department of Agricultural Resources, recorded agricultural preservation restriction, a state or federal income tax returns that would show, farming income. Special assessment of real estate, according to Chapter 61A, or licenses issued by Department of Agricultural Resources for the operation of a agriculture or farm business. So those are right out of our regulations. Those are the things that you can use to get an exemption from falling under our regulation. And that's all this letter is doing, is saying that, this is the time of year when we do our permits. And this has always been kind of a gray area up there. Is it is it agriculture? Is it?
Well,
So I just want to get something in the file that says it's agriculture, and it's agriculture because, and here's one of those. One of those seven.
If you go back to what we had on Westford Road, that was always a farm.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that actually, that was a working farm. That
It
was
was.
selling animals for.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And that was something that a lot of people didn't understand,
Yeah.
but that was there. And I know
Yeah.
that they were unhappy, but that farm was there exactly as it was when you bought houses up in that new development.
That farm was there like that when I was a child.
But
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is,
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate when people say this, that, okay, if a bull got out and it's running down the road, that's kind of dangerous.
Right.
Okay, that's a problem. But as far as the farm
Mm-hmm.
was there, now, when you go to buy a house in a new development, I'm assuming that you go and take a look first.
I agree. There's a lot to be said for not buying a house upwind of a pig farm.
But again, you
I
know
agree.
what I'm saying. You
I do.
usually go
Yep.
and look at the place, you look and you say, oh, it looks like a nice neighborhood or whatever. So that's a different
Yeah.
story, and it was always listed as the 61.
Yeah.
There, always.
Yeah.
Now we have a different situation up here in a really residential area
Yeah.
with all kinds of neighbors around.
Yeah. And I looked through, Jane and I looked through the property file, and there really wasn't anything that fell into one of these 7 categories. So there may be such a thing. It may be very simple for her to just bring us a copy of, whatever, vehicle registration or something.
I've never heard that she ever had any of that.
Wasn't it
I don't know.
originally-
Keeping an open mind.
Originally just horses. She had horses and barns.
She
I
had,
don't know. She's had goats for a long.
But I remember
Long
years
time.
ago there were horses up there.
She had the horses.
Yeah.
that used to get out. And she
So-
had she had some ducks and stuff, and
So I'm
remember
gonna give
they
you the
were
signed
getting
one.
over into the neighbor's yard, and that's why we had a lot of problems there.
You need a pen.
But she didn't
I
have
need a little sticky note.
tons of, I don't see where you keep 40 goats.
Maybe they're pygmy goats.
No.
No, they're regular goats.
Big guys?
No.
I'm only kidding. But yeah, it's grown.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Because we do have rules too with animals where, you have to fill out what you're doing with the waste and everything.
Yes, there has to be a manure
Yeah,
management
they
plan.
have to
Yeah.
do that. And I'm just wondering, when did it shift from having a couple of horses to all of this?
Yeah,
Because the
I
zoning-
don't know.
The zoning is.
I don't know. I don't know the history of it.
Well,
that-
she
all
had
that
the
well.
ducks and she had the chickens, and like I said, we had the problems, and we had to get the electric fence because we had a lot of complaints
But
from the
nobody,
neighbors.
but nobody brought up the zoning issue, that like when she started adding
that
more.
isn't us.
No, it's not us.
That
But I'm
isn't
thinking,
us.
when you start seeing all these more animals, more and more and more, someone would go to the town and say, look, this is a residential
No.
area. No.
That went on that. Yeah, so it's, at any rate, it's in here. I just put a sticky to make sure you add a copy of the animal regulation
Oh, okay.
and the application
Okay.
when you mail this out.
Yeah,
So that's coming back to you, the mail, this. If you would I'm going to assume we're not going to see Joan tonight, but
I
I will
would
call
like-
her, I will call.
Yeah.
her.
I would
I
like
will
to
follow
have
up.
her if she can for the next
yeah,
meeting.
yeah, let's try
I
to
think
get,
it's important.
let's try to get her for the next meeting,
Okay.
definitely.
Something, I mean, this is, because there's so much going on now
Yeah.
with tobacco, and
I
then
know.
of course we're gonna have all these retail marijuana stores. There's just a lot of stuff going on, and Patricia hasn't even met her because it's been over
Oh, yeah,
2
that's
years.
right, that's right, yeah. We have not seen her for a while. No, it would be
And
good.
apparently
It would be
there
good to
are
see her
some
again.
new regs, and if she thinks that there's something that, because I think she worked with us twice on this, so
Mhm, yeah,
I'd like to, okay, so we originally put them into effect in 2008. I think we amended them once.
okay.
I think that. So if perhaps we could find out and get some information from other communities surrounding us that are part of Neshoba Board of Health. What do they have?
Yeah.
Do they have tobacco regs?
Yeah, yeah,
I
exactly.
don't think Bloom.
Any
I don't think-
information?
Yes, I just wanted to say, Madam Chairman, through you, to the board, that the deal with this is, because I talked to her about this, is she wants to come and see us because she wants to tell us about what the communities are doing around us.
Correct.
Yeah.
Especially with, regarding vaping.
Yeah.
So, because flavored vaping
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So, the communities in our general area are looking at their regs, and she wanted to discuss, what they're doing, and, she has some suggestions in that regard. So, I don't think I have to do any research before she comes, because I think she's gonna be,
Yeah, I don't think so
Coming
either.
with
I think,
all that.
I'd rather
Some
talk
of
to
them don't.
her first, I
Some of them
think,
don't
and-
even have tobacco regs. Some of them.
It's possible, yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
know they don't. I
Yeah.
know from, talking over there, but.
Yeah, let's see what she,
Yeah.
what she has for us. And you could even, if she has time to look at it, send her a copy of our regs in advance of her coming.
yeah, I think she has a copy
Oh.
already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if she sees anything in particular that's missing or no longer correct, or
Yeah.
whatever, at least she can call that out
Yeah.
to our attention. So
Yeah, because we adopted them 9/22/08, and then we reviewed them again in 1/19/12.
yeah.
So,
So let's see if we can.
and we've never. had
Let's see if we
to
can
fine
get
anybody.
her for our next meeting. That would be ideal. If not, I'm working on a draft of some suggested updates to the keeping of animals one. But I don't think I'm going to have that ready for next week. And one thing I am trying to do is to get, I want to take, if nothing else, the cost of the permit out of here, like we did with tobacco and everything else. It's not in tobacco. In fact, you'll see on the copy I gave you, it's handwritten in what the permit fee is. And when we did the solid waste hauler, we did the same thing. We didn't put the fee in, because then the fee is according to the website. So it gives you some flexibility with the fees. And I'm trying to get kind of a ballpark. What does it take in, in terms of hours between Jane's processing, these applications for animals and Carleen going out, not for a problem situation, but just for her standard, go out once a year. And I think that the fee that people pay, I think that should be self-supporting. So I think it should.
Well, first of all, we can't confuse that because she gets a stipend.
She gets a stipend, yeah.
That's
right.
But that's different.
I know that, but we can look at how many, what I've asked her is about how much time do you spend when you go out to, look at a place that, doesn't have hundreds of animals, doesn't have one animal, has, maybe 5-6 dozen chickens, and I'd kind of like to get a number there. We know what Jane's hourly rate is. We're getting a feel for how long it takes her to process all this information. So, I just want to make sure that number is fair and reflects the cost of what it essentially costs the town to issue permits and to go out and look.
I think you've got, though, a problem with that. She gets a stipend.
Yeah, I understand that, yeah.
But if you start comparing her hours, then you're going to bring that into the fact that, oh, well, is she part of the union? Is she in
No.
here?
It's not going to have anything to do with the union.
But you can't compare how long she takes because she's already given a stipend for
That's
that.
correct. But we can make a general, there's something that we can do to make an estimate of that number. It's not beyond us to try to figure out what that number is. So I just want to look at whether $25 is still reasonable 10 years down the road or not, considering that you have to process an application, you have to issue a permit, you have to go out and do an inspection. And, I think that people that don't care to have animals should not be subsidizing people who do. So that's what it comes down to for me. So anyway, and then there's just a couple of things that I'm trying to clean up in here. There are some new things with, there were some changes to the Massachusetts laws, not last year but year before, that have to do with proper keeping of animals and cruelty and this other kind of stuff that I'm looking at how and if that should be incorporated here, because that is something that Carleen looks at when she goes out. So I'm just trying to make sure that this is kind of looked at and updated and current. But I'm not going to be ready for that next week. So that's a maybe meeting after next. So I really hope we can get Joan.
I think we need to have her.
Yeah, that would give me a little more time.
We need to have her.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to her. I haven't gotten any communications from her or anything.
I hope she
It could be something as simple as just, I thought it was,
Or that's not her really though. Usually she's
No, it's
right through.
No, you're right. You're right. It's not. But there's nothing really at this juncture we can really do about it. So I would say action item for March 12th is certainly Joan. If Ruth would like to come talk to us after she receives the letter, we could possibly also put Ruth on, or make sure that she knows that if she has one of those documents, she can just email it to us or drop it off down here. It doesn't have to be a big production. And that's all I've got really. I will email planning board and let them know about the 41 East Main Street.
Have we heard anything? We were just talking about tobacco and vaping and everything, but what I wanted to know is, did we hear where our friend here is going to put his retail marijuana store?
I've heard nothing, no.
No, they never said where the property was that he had in mind.
No.
No,
I haven't heard
he
anything.
had it, he knew.
Right.
And it had to have been when he negotiated with the Board of Selectmen, because he
Probably,
said
yeah.
he had to get that done so that he didn't lose the property, because he had a perpetual or proponent lease for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he said, I have to know that this is going to go through. I was just
Yeah.
curious as to whether
I haven't
we
heard
had
anything.
heard anything.
No, I've heard nothing.
And does he still, well, he must be still intending to do
I would
it.
imagine so,
And it's
because,
interesting because he lives in Shirley, and
Yeah.
they've got these kind of things. They've got a special town meeting, I think, coming up.
yes, I think you're
4 or 5,
right.
and it's-
Yeah, I saw that.
I think it's next week, isn't it?
I think it's fairly soon, yeah. Yeah, they're going to
And
have
it's
a
all to
a
do
vote
with
on it,
this.
yeah.
And you know, what people, and we had this when we did these regulations, is that somebody called up and, oh, blah, 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 you know, you had to hold the phone out like this because of down at the Sportsman's Club, they allow smoking.
Right.
And I kept, you know, when the person took a breath and I could speak, I said, but that's a private club.
Yeah,
Went on and on and on. and
yeah,
I
private
said,
club
"But
can do what they want.
You can, exactly, but people don't understand.
Yeah.
You know, I understand what you said. I went to something down there and I couldn't stand it. I got up and left. No, I didn't.
Yeah,
don't
I
smoke.
believe
I
it,
hate
yeah.
cigarettes.
Yeah,
But it's a private club.
right.
They can do what
Yeah.
they want in there. You don't have to join that,
That's right.
you know?
Yeah.
So, I hope,
Yeah, exactly.
you know, I think people need to pay attention to what's going on, and there's so much now. Now the state is trying to defer some of that, if you've been following it in the paper, about all this with regards to the marijuana and the retail and what they're going to have for regulations. Well, they already, I mean, it was deferred once, if you remember, it was supposed to start
Yep.
last month. Now they're trying to push it off
I don't think they're
even
gonna get away with it.
further, and
Yeah.
but it's kind of a mess because people don't know what's going on.
Well, they need to get their act together.
Well-
We're running out of time.
Well, they got a big staff, isn't that what government does first? They get a big
Yep.
staff with a lot
Yeah,
of
hire
salaries.
your people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, well, I'll be very
Yeah.
interested to what she has to say
Yeah,
with regards
I think
to
the
this.
vaping is really is an issue, and I recall maybe it was last summer when there was a question of vaping at Sandy Pond and whether they could put up a notice. It says 2 years ago.
Because Joe Hamlet was here when we had
Yeah.
that discussion, and it involved Jeff Thomas.
Yes.
And I think that was here, the last time Joan was here.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been 2 years, because Trish, you've been on here 2 years this year.
Yeah.
And
Well, the
she,
last time
she hasn't
Trish
met
was
her.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, Joan was here, I don't know when that
I'd
was.
be curious to see, because
Yeah.
they do sell the oils over here.
Yeah.
Not just the paraphernalia.
Yeah.
And it does dissipate very quickly,
Yeah.
but still,
Yeah.
you know, is it gonna
Yeah.
be part of the regs as far as the
Yeah.
smoke?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Exactly.
What do they sell over here?
the oils that go in the vape. I
Okay.
thought it was just the vape, the cartridges and, you know, the different kinds.
Right.
But it is the oils, the different flavors and things like that.
Yeah. You can mix.
Now,
is-
mix up your own.
When we
stuff.
gave them a permit, was that on
Well,
it?
that's what I was gonna ask.
Maybe that's what we need to I remember when he came,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but maybe we need to look to see what it says on there.
From myself to the board, through the to the chairman, if I may. We do not permit, because we do not have a regulation for vaping.
Right, that's good.
He did not need a permit.
Right,
It's not
because he
the
doesn't
same.
sell tobacco.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
that's right.
it's not leaf tobacco, it's
Right.
vapor that has nicotine in it.
right, right,
And we
right.
don't have
Yeah.
jurisdiction over that
Yep,
at this
that's
point.
right. I remember that now.
Yeah.
So is that,
It's different, it's a different.
but
Thank
you
God
see,
you've got
there's
a
so
memory.
many
Yeah.
new
Right,
things
that's-
coming out, too
Yeah.
much all at once. I know.
Yeah,
but
I know.
it's-
I know.
But it would be interesting to see what they're gonna say, because there are a lot of people vaping now, and it's not,
Yeah,
it's not as unhealthy as the tobacco cloud when you're sitting next to something
Yeah,
and you're breathing
yeah,
it in, because
yeah.
it does quickly.
it's certainly not as disgusting.
Yeah.
You don't get that horrible
Yeah.
smell all over
Yeah.
your
I think
clothes,
that the Park and Rec has decided to ban vaping
Yeah.
and treat it just like
The same.
Yeah.
cigarettes,
Yeah.
as I recall the conversation.
Because they came when we developed the
Yeah.
tobacco regs to begin with. They came because they were concerned with down at Peroni Park and how could you possibly control everything, there's so much going on down there, so.
Well, there is a certain irony about going to a recreational place and having to have your cigarette.
People
It's
down there,
like-
you can see people walking down the
I
street,
know.
they got two little babies in the carriage and a cigarette hanging out of their mouth. I
I
want
know.
to run over and grab the cigarette out.
I
I
remember
know.
riding in the car and both of my parents in the winter up front,
Oh,
smoking
jeez,
with
I
windows
know.
rolled up, we're sitting in the back.
Yeah, the air would be blue with
Everybody
smoke.
smoked,
Yeah.
doctors smoked
I know.
Yeah.
in the hospital.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right,
Anyways,
so I think we
so
have
next meeting.
a plan for next week. Jane is going to do her best to corral Joan, follow up and see if we
I
can-
hope nothing has happened to her, that she's usually.
Yes, I hope she's well also, but I'm thinking the best, not the worst. So these go back to
Thank you.
Jane, and is anyone in the mood to
So
make a motion?
I will do that. I think we've got everything for next time.
Yeah.
Think so?
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor?
Uh,